Hey guys, it's Obey the Sword here, and I just got into medical school, and I want to start this channel based around me just discussing philosophy, and you know I want to hear in the comments discussions about it, and I really just want to get out in the world my opinions and uh, whatever your opinions are, and I want to discuss these things with everybody. So I just want to build a community around it. Uh, so, yeah, like I said, I am recent med student, MS1, and the philosophy that I want to talk about today uh, is fate real? And what is the definition of fate? Now, these are off the cuff videos, so I have nothing planned. I have nothing written here. Nothing written. Just straight for a dome. I'm recording from my phone. I'm brand new. I'm not a seasoned YouTuber. So, yeah. So, my question is, what is fate? And after we define it, how can we say that fate is real? So, I've noticed that this is a very controversial question, and I want to know the public's opinion. My definition of fate, and I want this elaborated upon for more people, and it is regardless of anything. I don't want any discrimination, nothing in the comments. But yeah, what is fate? When I think about it, I think of fate and destiny as predetermined events in life and predetermined actions. Now, this can stem from actions of thought, actions of verbal cues, things that are said, the sun, the moon, anything. It could be, birth, death, happiness, sadness, even emotions. The emotions that you feel are based off fate. That's how I see as fate defined. Now, there is a notion that in fate, and people who believe in fate still believe in free will. Now, what are my opinions about this? Let's start with, what is the notion that fate and free will can exist in the same plane? And I've heard many arguments about how fate is one thing and will and free will is a whole separate boat, and it's its own thing. And my notion and my thinking of it is that fate, in terms of the grand scheme of things, higher power. It doesn't even have to be a higher power. It could just be that things are aligned to happen in a certain order of things, cause and effect. It could literally be that every single thing is predetermined through cause and effect and through determination from the beginning. So it could be that for free will, that things are going to happen no matter what, right? It's true. But the notion that just because fate's real, that free will disappears, can be proven in a way. Not proven, sorry, but it's my own proof that free will has to be a factor for fate to run its course. Now, what do I mean by this? Sorry if I keep looking at the screen. I don't know, the camera, the screen, whatever, right? Now, if I believe in fate, I still believe in free will. And how this works, and how is the notion that free will has to be it has to be a factor determined in fate, is that if your fate or your predetermination has it that you give up free will, and now that you expect things to happen no matter what based on, having zero free will in your life, and that now, uh, you know, you fail, a class, you fail your MCAT, your parents die, God forbid, someone in your family dies, and you could do nothing to save them, you could do nothing to help them, and that, they were just meant to die, or you were just meant to fail, or you were just, you're meant for these things. I think that your belief in fate should not skew your own physical want to change things. Like, just because you believe in fate, that there's a predetermination, does not mean that you can just give up. And I don't know how else to say is, you can't just give up. You have to try. You have to, work. You have to, someone's sick and you want to help them. You can't just say, oh, they're sick, they're meant to get sick. Nah, you gotta give them vitamin C. You gotta give them medication. You gotta take them to the doctor. You gotta become a doctor. Looking at you. Pass that MCAT. I'm joking. Take your time. But you have to try, because free will is a mindset. And without mindset, your fate is doomed. Sorry guys, the video cut off. But yeah, what I was saying is that free will is a mindset, and that by mindset I mean that without your thought, without trying, your fate is doomed to be bad, and you don't know your fate. The number one problem is that people, in the philosophy of that fate is deemed on you, and that your fate. The mindset of, oh, I never did well in school, so I'm meant to never do well in school, or I was always extremely skinny. I'm meant to be skinny. I can't. I'm extremely weak. I'm meant to be weak, or I'm overweight, and I'm meant to be overweight. All these things, like, they're just hurdles that you put in front of yourself, and you use fate as an excuse to hinder your own ability to succeed in this life. And the notion of fate and free will being opposite entities should not be a division. That should be mean. That when you think of fate, you should believe in free will. When you think of fate, you believe that what happens at the end of the day was meant to happen. Yes, this is true. And it's hard to really deny this. It's hard to deny things that happen like that. But once again, the big buts. If you don't put the effort in, if you don't try, if you don't succeed, then you are perpetuating the self-fulfilling prophecy, and it will just never end. Okay guys, that's the end of this video. I want to thank you guys for showing up, listening, and yeah, the video doesn't end here. I want to continue. I want to in the comments. I want reply videos. I want a chain of this. I want the world thinking. Too many people, they're on these apps, they're on these, they're watching TV, they're watching movies, but they're not thinking themselves. I want conversation. I want dialogue. It's time. It's time for the world to start talking. We need to start talking. Please, share this with all your friends. Share it with your family, your relatives, your nephews, your grandnephews, your great-grand-uncles, everybody. Everybody. Your friends, your entire classroom. I don't care if my entire comment section is just saying that Obey the Sword sucks and he has no idea what he's talking about. Don't care. I want in there. I want conversation. I want dialogue. Share it. Roast me. Don't roast me. Talk about it. Debate. Please. No insults. Okay? The roasting has to be funny or I delete it. Okay? No bullying in the comments. And no forcing your point of view on anyone. Okay? I want this to be a dialogue. Thank you. See you guys next time.